absolutely loving getting to rock out here every night at the Shaftesbury, and responses like that are just the icing on the cake, believe me. But listen, you have put up with fake Bob for far too long now, so without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the stage the one and only Sir Bob Geldof.
Well, that was shit. Ladies and gentlemen, you might think it's amazing to see yourself portrayed as in this sort of way, like some cartoon character, but when you have to sit for 2.5 fucking hours and see yourself as this cartoon arsehole, some person in a denim jacket pretending to be me, just saying fuck, basically. This is years of training in the dramatic arts, of course, by Craig, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, can they be better? Can they be better than this? I was there with them when they were beginning it. He was mortified, having to put on this, very difficult accent to impersonate this adenoidal drone that goes on. And I was with them when we were in the old Vic, and then we all went to Toronto, and we're back in the West End where this show belongs and where it should run for years and years and years. The power of it comes from the actors, and it comes from the insane noise that this band makes. They are one of the greatest bands. It's quite a trick. It's quite a trick to do this every night of the week, and sometimes in the afternoons as well, and still find the thing that you've got to put across. Now, I was sitting down there with my mate through it, and I looked around, I could see people, and there's people crying. And they're crying about something that happened 40 years ago. Sit down, everyone, sit down if you're standing up. Sit down. Something that happened 40 years ago, that many of us remember and participated in, and some of us are seeing it for the first time. And by and large, this sort of précis version is exactly what happened. That's true. A lot of it is really exactly accurate as to the linear sort of events that occurred. But there's an otherness to what happens here every night that differentiates it from any other show in Broadway or the West End. And just like those pop singers 40 years ago, and those promoters and all those other people, they get to do their thing, they get to sing their songs around the world, as I do still. But they did something other 40 years ago at Wembley Stadium. What they took was what they were able to do, what their ability was, and married it to the person they actually were. And when those two combine, when you can take your talent or your ability and marry it to the actual person you are, then weird shit happens. So this is different, because they're not just simply asked time and time and time again to be these characters who existed or exist. They're asked to simultaneously put themselves and their passion into being these people and try and make you see what it was we were trying to do. The first job is to entertain you, to give you your money's worth. And the second point is maybe you'll think we can do that again. And what I said to John O'Farrell, the writer, and Luke, the director, and Jamie, the producer, and Georgina, when this began, is the only aim that myself and the other 5 guys in Band Aid have, is that if there's a kid here, not looking at you people particularly, but I am, if there's somebody here who can take this idea and run with it in some other way that I'm not capable or we're not capable of doing yet. They can only do this. And by doing this, now this is insane, by doing this every night of the week, these people are giving 10% of everything this makes, because the rest is usually taken up in costs. And so far, these people here behind me have raised almost £1 million. That's what they've done. A couple of weeks ago, that prime wanker, Elon Musk, said something seriously wrong. He said the great weakness of Western civilization is empathy. The great weakness? You ketamine-crazed fool? You sociopathic loser? Empathy is the glue of civilization. Empathy is the glue of humanity. It's how we do things together, ensemble. It's how we sit here together and clap because we actually understand that this is the stuff that works. So the money these people have raised has already, in the place that was the epicenter of the famine in 1984, which they've addressed, they've already built hospitals and schools and stuff like that with the money by doing their job tonight. That's what they've achieved. On the 1st of February this year, the strongest nation in the world, the most powerful man on earth, and the richest person ever in the history of the planet decided to declare war on the poorest, the weakest, and the most vulnerable people on the planet. I despise them. The net result of that is that Boston University, and reported in the New York Times, is that since February, because they cut out overnight when USAID websites went dark and fired everyone, since that day, a couple of months ago, 300,000 people have died because of Musk, because of Trump, because of Vance, and Marco Rubio is lying when they say people have not died, when they say they are sending food to the starving children of Sudan who are being held captive and starved to death, when they say they are helping the gang-raped women who are broken and their panicked children, that's a lie. They are not. So it's down to us lot and you lot to scrape £1 million. And when you have Prime Minister Keir Starmer, to his great shame this afternoon, and Rachel Reeves, times are really tough in this country. We need to get more money. But really? Really? We're going to stop helping the people you've just clapped for to make a few bucks? We need to be helped. We need to have the NHS. We need to rearm because there's a thug currently invading our continent. But really? All that intellect, that's all you can do? Snatch it from those people? Hold on. Snatch it? No. It can't work like that. It doesn't have to work like that. And it began not working like that in 1985. And we took it all the way 20 years later to Live 8. And that really tipped the balance in the favour of those we wanted to help. This is Great Britain. This country can do anything. And it led the way. It led the way for many years, and times are really tough, believe me. Times are really hard, but we don't let ourselves go. And these people aren't, and you didn't tonight. So you guys, unfortunately, you're too young, and I'm looking at you. There's loads of you around the place. Anything you can do, use your noggins. Get people to come here again, not because some money will go to those who are gang raped and stumbling over the line, and Band-Aid will be there to bandage their broken bodies as much as they can. They will be there to put those children into school or give them food. We will be there. But we need you people to think, to react against these times, and maybe somehow come up with something that makes us honourable, makes us who we are. Take what you can do. Accountants, working in a gas station, postmen, working as a secretary, lawyers. Take what you can do, like they all have, and put yourself into this other position. It's a drag, it's a bore, but it works. But mainly, this is the most fun in the West End you're ever going to have. So you tell all your mates to come back and support these people, because they're so fucking good, it's insane!
Thank you to our constant source of entertainment and inspiration, Mr. Bob Geldof. And thank you for the difference you've helped make tonight. And Faith, you have something else to say?